Okay, let me read a couple chapters. That way I could send them to Mrs. Flamin' Twos. Our shadows were long and thin, and we headed over to the chicken coop for a rendezvous. Dirt and Sugar were covered in mud and wet grass and napping in my empty food bowl. It looked like a Easter basket had gone horribly wrong. It's time, Moosh clucked. We have to get to the chicken coop. Come on, come on. Go ahead, Moosh. I'm going to keep an eye on everything from out here. I had a hunch I should stay outside the coop. I had a hunch once, a roast beef sandwich, which I found in an alley in Detroit. It didn't smell right, but I was hungry. I ignored the hunch and ate the sandwich. I woke up 3 days later with an IV needle jammed into my front paw, courtesy of the Detroit Animal Clinic. That was one bad sandwich. The same little voice I had ignored in Detroit was now telling me to stay outside. So I stay outside. Moosh was not completely convinced that I wasn't going to ditch her as soon as her back was turned. I wasn't completely convinced myself. Go on, Moosh, I repeated. Dirt gave her mom a little tug and led her into the coop. Sugar stuck around just long enough to throw a dirty look at me. I threw it back. I was walking away to find a decent cover when the scent hit me square in the face. I may have actually tripped over it. It was the same scent that was all over the note. The rain hadn't washed away the chicken scent after all. But it didn't lead to the chicken coop. It led to the house. Moosh shot her head out from the coop. It's 6:33. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? I had to put my paw over her face to can the clucking. Once again, I noted her sharp beak. Moosh, we got a new development. I held her beak closed with my paw, and explained the scent trail leading right up to the house. She mumbled. I let go of her beak. It can't be, she said again. Noses don't lie, I answered. But what about the note, she asked. Decoy, I grumbled. But it doesn't make any sense. Before she could finish the sentence, a dark shadow appeared in the window. The shades were drawn, but you could clearly make out the silhouette. There was no mistaking the silhouette. Vince, the funnel. Chapter 9. Vince the funnel. Vince was a 37 pounds of shiny brown mutt. He had a long, skinny build, beady eyes, and a giant white funnel around his neck. He looked like a cross between a dachshund and a lamp. We had met the very first day I'd arrived at Barb's country house. I had nodded at him that morning almost 2 weeks earlier. It was a gesture of goodwill. He didn't nod back. Fine by me. I didn't need any new friends. I could, however, have used a lamp. Up to now, I had never exchanged a word with Vince the funnel. He spent his time inside. I spent my time outside. I preferred to keep things that way. But a deal is a deal, even if you make it with a crazy chicken. What little did I know about Vince, I knew from a distance, and from the grapevine. I knew that a dog walker came by every day to take him outside, and I had heard He was a little off his rocker. While I was taking an inventory of what I knew about Vince, Moosh kept herself busy by losing her mind. Vince the Funnel has my chicks, screamed Moosh. She was running around like a chicken without a head. Dirt and Sugar were frozen in place. Their fuzzy little chicken brains were on overdrive, inside dog, inside words. It was all beginning to make sense. Before I could think of anything further, my stomach grumbled. I was starving. I should have asked for that cheeseburger up front.